Right now, abortions can continue in Wisconsin after a local judge's ruling, but the fight far from over. The abortion ban allowing for all procedures to resume for now in Wisconsin. We'll tell you what could happen next.
Plus, renovations are finally coming to the Brewers ballpark. The governor signing a $500 million upgrade for their stadium.
And on Capitol Hill, several college presidents testified to Congress about an increase in anti-Semitism seen on campuses and what's being done to stop it. It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 10. We begin with developing news tonight. Hours ago, we learned a Dane County judge struck down the state's abortion ban.
Political reporter Will Keneally has been following this story essentially ever since the reversal of Roe v. Wade in June of 2022. He joins us with what today's ruling means for the state. Will?
Well, this is the first time we've seen a Wisconsin court take concrete action on the state's abortion ban since the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade last summer. Now, the 1849 law will technically stay on the books, but the judge ruled tonight that it bans something called feticide. Now, that's a violent action towards a pregnant mother that results in the death of a fetus. Now, consensual abortion, like we see in a clinic setting, the judge says that the law does not ban that. We spoke with Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin just within the last few hours here of how this decision will impact health care here in Wisconsin.
This resolved at least in Dane County Circuit Court, and are hopeful that the court's decision really instills maybe some confidence in other healthcare providers and systems around the state, and offers them the reassurance that abortion is not illegal in Wisconsin.
Now, Planned Parenthood actually resumed abortions in clinics in Dane and Milwaukee counties, anticipating this ruling. They say now that they will hope to expand to Sheboygan County soon. And we could see this appeal to the state Supreme Court, which has a liberal majority for the first time in more than a decade.
Will, thank you. And Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul filed the lawsuit days after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade back in June of 22. And in a statement tonight, he says, quote, "Freedom wins, equality wins, women's health wins. This ruling is a momentous victory, and we are prepared to defend it and reproductive freedom in Wisconsin."
Pro-life groups are speaking out in opposition to the ruling. Wisconsin Right to Life Executive Director Heather Weininger saying in part, the ruling is truly disappointing for all Wisconsinites. A law that was enforced before the flawed decision of Roe is now one that pro-choice activists on the court are willing to use as a tool for their cause. You were the first to know about the judge's ruling to strike down Wisconsin's abortion ban. We sent out a push alert through the Channel 3000 mobile app early this evening. A reminder to download it for free and turn on push alerts, push notifications, so you never miss a breaking story. Well, there was never much doubt, but as of today, the Milwaukee Brewers are staying in Wisconsin.
And Governor Tony Evers signing a stadium deal at American Family Field today, which will soon bring repairs to the ballpark that officials say are much needed. $500 million in taxpayer dollars will be used over the next 3 decades to fund those repairs. The largest chunk coming from state taxpayers, that's $365 million. Milwaukee City and County chipping in an extra $135 million, and the Brewers will also pay about $150 million to that stadium deal. Team officials warned lawmakers the team might leave Milwaukee without public assistance. Governor Evers spoke about what a relocation to the Brewers would have meant.
Losing this team would have had a ripple effect felt by families and communities across the state, even far beyond Milwaukee and southeast Wisconsin. So that's why, as governor, I've been committed to do everything in my power to help ensure that future generations of fans could grow up rooting for the home team just like I did.
Now, those renovations are expected to bring in more revenue through things like hosting more events. Part of the planned repairs include a winterization of the ballpark so events can be held year-round.
Parts of southern Wisconsin saw light snow overnight and early this morning. The first warned weather team is already tracking the next chances of snowfall, but not before another round of mild temperatures. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi has those details. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Charlotte. For those of you who still have some snow on the ground, a lot of that may be gone in the next couple of days. Take a look at what happened in Platteville today from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam. You can see the white on the ground from the light snow that happened overnight, and then as the day goes on, the snow just kind of disappears as temperatures got up into the mid to upper 30s. And while skies are cloudy, that will also keep temperatures up a bit for tonight. Just a few flurries downwind from Lake Superior and upper Michigan. Wisconsin right now, other than Door County, precipitation free. High temperatures today above freezing. Madison topped out at 36. Janesville hit 37. Platteville 35. 37 in Lone Rock. And current temperatures are not far below that. Still 34 in Madison. These temperatures will start to drop off a little later tonight. Notice the 20 20s, just west of the Mississippi River, as skies start to clear out a little bit there. So Madison still at 34. It's 36 degrees in Middleton and 35 in Oregon. Look for skies to be variably cloudy overnight. A little colder than last night, low dropping to 25. Later on, I'll take a look at how mild it'll get for Thursday and Friday, and then our prospects for some snow over the weekend.
New at 10, authorities in Iowa County say a 69-year-old man was killed after being hit by a suspected drunk driver north of Blanchardville this morning. It happened just before 11:30 near the intersection of State Highway 78 and County Highway F. That is in the township of Moscow. The sheriff's office says the victim was heading south on Highway 78 when a Ford truck crossed the center line and crashed head-on. The driver, a 54-year-old man, has 5 previous OWI convictions. Charges of homicide by intoxicated use of a motor vehicle are pending tonight. The crash shut down the highway for 5 hours before authorities reopened it. Fire investigators are working to determine what caused a Beloit garage to catch fire earlier this afternoon. These photos come from the Beloit Fire Department. You can see flames coming from a portion of the structure and black smoke rising into the air. No one was hurt. It's unclear how much damage was caused by the fire.
A truck was totaled after catching fire in Madison this morning near Esther Beach Park. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Firefighters were called to Winona Way on Madison's south side just before 9:30. Crews reported seeing dark smoke rising into the sky from about a mile away. Fire investigators say the fire was partially fueled by flammable equipment and tools inside that truck.
A proposal floated by Republicans would dissolve the bipartisan commission that oversees state elections. The power would be transferred to the Secretary of State's office. The Wisconsin Elections Commission has been the target of Republican scrutiny over continued concerns with how the 2020 election was administered. Republicans in the legislature have started impeachment proceedings against Administrator Megan Wolf after being unable to fire her over the summer. It's likely Governor Evers would veto the proposal.
Heading into 2024, young Americans don't seem as committed to voting as they were 4 years ago. That's according to a new Harvard IOP youth poll of 18 to 29-year-olds. Only 49% say they definitely plan on voting in next year's presidential election. That is down from 57% from this time in 2020. In a hypothetical rematch between President Biden and Donald Trump, the poll finds the president holding a lead with 48%. 33% say they would back Donald Trump. 19% say they are unsure or would not vote. Rising anti-Semitism on college campuses took center stage on Capitol Hill today.
Several university presidents testified before the House about how they've responded to tensions that have erupted on their campuses. As Skylar Henry reports, tensions that came after the October 7th terror attacks ignited a war between Hamas and Israel.
Presidents of several of the most prestigious universities were asked to explain an alarming outbreak of anti-Semitism on campus.
Today, each of you will have a chance to answer to and atone for the many specific instances of vitriolic, hate-filled anti-Semitism on your respective campuses.
We are deeply committed to protecting free expression, even of views that we find objectionable and outrageous and offensive.
During heated questioning by New York Republican Elise Stefanik, Harvard University professor Dr. Claudine Gay cited free expression and said the school consistently enforces its rules of conduct.
Does that speech not call for the genocide of Jews and the elimination of Israel? You testify that you understand that is the definition of intifada.
The presidents of the University of Pennsylvania and MIT also testified about anti-Semitism on their campuses. Separately, House Speaker Mike Johnson hosted Jewish college students who spoke out about what they've encountered at their schools.
I was forced to leave my study group for my doctoral exams halfway through the semester because my group members told me that the people at the Nova Music Festival deserved to die because they were partying on stolen land.
At NYU, I hear calls to gas the Jews, and I am told that Hitler was right.
I, along with most of campus, sought refuge in our rooms, as classmates and professors chanted proudly for the genocide of Jews while igniting smoke bombs and defacing school property.
Penn and Harvard are among a growing list of schools that also include Columbia and Cornell, now under investigation by the Department of Education over incidents of alleged discrimination. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
Late last night, a massive explosion leveled a home in the Washington, D.C. suburb of Arlington, Virginia.
You may have seen video of the explosion captured by a neighbor online, as it has gotten millions of views. Police there say they were attempting to execute a search warrant after they say 56-year-old James Yu recklessly shot flares across the neighborhood. Officers tried to negotiate with the barricaded suspect as he was firing gunshots, and then, without any notice, the house exploded.
Suspect was inside the residence at the time of the explosion, and he is presumed at this point to be deceased. Human remains have been located at the scene.
The police are still sorting out a motive here. You had previously contacted the FBI through phone calls, online tips, and letters relaying what federal investigators called frauds he believed were perpetrated against him.
More stories right after the break. If you have an iPhone, it'll soon be easier to text users of Androids and other non-Apple phones.
But those pesky green-colored text message boxes might not completely go away. How a new update will make messaging your friends a more feature-rich experience. Stay with us.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the Best Evening Newscast by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
Oakmont Senior Community in Verona for active seniors 55 plus is now offering 1 month free rent and 1 year free heated parking with every new 1-bedroom rental. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Save with holiday hot deals. Fresh ground beef, $2.98 for a 1-pound roll. Tombstone, DiGiorno's Classic Crust, or Jack's Rising Crust Pizza, $2.99. And 6-pack Coke products, $2.99 each when you buy 4, only at Hy-Vee.
It's time to light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Get our best offers and choose from a huge selection of Ford F-150 trucks with the capability, convenience, and technology to help bring us together. Wow. Discover how Ford F-150 can make the holidays bright. Now, get a built Ford Tough F-150 with 2.9% APR financing for 72 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburgers cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Culligan Water takes pride in being your local water experts. We live here, work here, and dedicate our lives to improving our area's water. We deliver the world's best water treatment and the industry's best service to you. Culligan Water, your local water experts.
Save every day this holiday with Perks prices. Hy-Vee shredded cheese, H Perks price $1.99. Chiquita bananas, H Perks price 39 cents a pound. And fresh chicken breasts, H Perks price $2.48 a pound. Sign up for Hy-Vee Perks today.
Oakmont Senior Community in Verona for active seniors 55 plus is now offering 1 month free rent and 1 year free heated parking with every new 1-bedroom rental. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
The J HUD holiday giveaways continue. I like the sound of that. With so many surprises. They even got me. Plus, Darius Rucker joins the festivities.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
The Canadian Pacific Kansas City Railway holiday train continues to make its way through Wisconsin, spreading holiday joy. Its first stop this afternoon was in Portage. Each year, the holiday train makes the trek across the U.S. and Canada to raise money, food, and awareness for food banks in the communities it stops in. Both St. Vincent de Paul's and the Portage Food Pantry are receiving $1,500 for their work in their community. After stopping in Portage, the train continued with stops in Wisconsin Dells, Mauston, Tomah, Sparta, and La Crosse. Tomorrow, the train heads to Minnesota.
Some Madison firefighters spread holiday cheer to kids earlier today at American Family Children's Hospital, and they were joined by a special guest. That would be none other than Santa. Donning his iconic red suit and white beard, Santa was on a fire truck riding around the hospital, waving to children up in the windows. The truck and other emergency vehicles looped around the hospital for all inside to see. For the last 63 years now, his visit to the hospital has been made possible by Madison firefighters Local 311. Some families have to spend the holidays in the hospital, so today's visit was meant to create some excitement and joy.
A lot of us look at this part of the year, this time of the year, as this really happy time, and we forget that everybody might not be as fortunate. Everybody might be going through a different time, and if we can bring some joy to them, that's what we're here to do.
Santa will return for a visit next week, and he may just have some presents with him. Madison Firefighters Local 311 donates funds to buy gifts for every patient at the hospital. Apple announced recently it is updating its messaging service to support more streamlined communication with non-Apple devices.
But is it enough to break the stigma around the green message bubbles? Arman Rahman set out to find out.
My personal phone is a Samsung, and that makes me the butt of many jokes from friends and family because whenever I try to text iPhone users, the conversation becomes green, and any images or videos shared back and forth turn blurry and pixelated. But next year, that will change.
One of my friends has an Android, and we always give him a hard time for it, honestly.
My grandma.
Yeah, your grandma?
My grandma's an Android user, yeah.
Yeah, some iPhone users sure have a laugh. Others may cringe.
I'm not a big fan of my text messages being green.
You know, you could have a group chat where you have, 5 or 6 iPhone users, and if there's one Android user in there, it, the experience for both the Android user and the iPhone users kind of fell apart.
That's why Dave Schrader, a cybersecurity expert and Apple user himself, is excited that Apple next year will upgrade to support RCS, or Rich Communication Service. It's long been seen as a competitor to iMessage.
It's going to be higher res photos. It's going to be higher resolution videos. Album sharing, reactions.
But Schrader says RCS isn't just for fun. It's for safety.
The messages are end-to-end encrypted, so they can't be intercepted between the devices.
It's also a big reason why Schrader says Apple has been facing more pressure from the market and buyers to standardize their devices.
The social dynamic, I think is something that's going to be less important, and it's going to become more important to be about interoperability and having secure platforms.
It shows, and that gives me hope that people are leaving the smartphone culture wars on red.
A phone's a phone. I just needed to call and communicate.
Even when the RCS support does roll out, it won't replace any of the existing messaging platforms, so those green bubbles will still turn up green. In Madison, Arman Rahman, News 3 Now.
Well, if you've ever found yourself mindlessly scrolling through Wikipedia, you are not alone. The Wikipedia Foundation has released its most viewed articles of the year. ChatGPT, a free AI chatbot, was the most viewed of 2023, nearly 50 million views. Next on the list of most viewed articles, deaths in 2023, followed by 2023 Cricket World Cup. Rounding out the top 5, Indian Premier League and the film Oppenheimer. Where has meteorologists gone on that list?
I like cricket.
It's a huge sport, a lot of money in that sport too, but Gary's here to talk about the forecast and warm, kind of all over the place.
Yeah, we're going to warm up over a couple days and then cool down again for the weekend and maybe see some snow. Let's take a look at tonight's weather photo. This one comes from Janesville. Kathy Fisher sends this one in. Still a little snow on the ground in Janesville as the holiday decorations start to go up. If you want to send us your pictures, you can send them right through the First Warn Weather and Traffic app, or you can send them by email to firstwarn@WISC-TV.com. Try to send them in a horizontal view. That makes them look a little bit better on TV. Plus the fact that we'd like to see your holiday lights photos too, as we're getting that time of year. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Not much sunshine for tomorrow, but we could see a rain or snow shower in a couple of spots during the afternoon. Temperatures probably upper 30s for tomorrow, but high temperatures will be near or above 50 degrees for Thursday and Friday, probably low 50s on Friday. And then we'll see a mix of precipitation Friday night into Saturday, changing to light snow Saturday night. Some of the very latest computer models have that changeover taking taking place even a little bit later, so that will limit snowfall amounts. Last night, most of the accumulating snow was south and west of Madison, but really only around an inch through Grant County, from around Platteville to Darlington and Lafayette County and over toward Janesville. North of Madison, very little in the way of accumulating snow. Tonight, just some flurries off of Lake Superior through upper Michigan and northern portions of Door County, but that's pretty much about it. The storm system they're watching for the weekend, early Saturday morning, the winds will have just shifted to the north, so temperatures should still be in the lower 40s. So when the precipitation reaches us, it'll be mainly in the form of rain. And the very latest computer model forecast actually has that rain snow line even a little farther to the north. But winds out of the north will make Saturday feel cooler. And then as we head into the latter part of the day on Saturday, notice you get towards 6 o'clock. Now you start to see that mix of rain and snow from Madison northward. Still rain to the south. Again, this area might have to be shifted northward just a little bit, but eventually everything will change over to snow. The sooner that takes place, the higher the snow totals. The later it takes place, like the computer models are hinting, it might lessen the snow totals that we'll see here. But by Sunday morning, everything will be down to a couple of flurries and probably see some clearing by the afternoon. One of the computer models has a couple of inches of snow. This we might have to revise downward by about an inch or two. The U.S. computer model, less than an inch of snow, and this might be the more likely scenario that we see for Saturday night. Otherwise, for tonight, lots of clouds, some breaks in the clouds eventually. Temperatures in the mid-20s early tomorrow morning, but as we head through the day, we'll see a mix of clouds with a little bit of sunshine. Temperatures middle 30s by lunchtime, and maybe a rain or snow shower in a couple of spots, especially north of Madison. High temperatures in the upper 30s. Plan your day across Dane County, high 38 in Stoughton, 39 Cross Plains, and 38 in Windsor. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, La Crosse might hit 40. Prairie du Chien could be close to that at 39. 38 for the high in Janesville. Here in Madison, look for a high temperature of 38 degrees. It'll become a little breezy in the afternoon. And again, we could see a slight chance for a rain or snow shower in the afternoon. First warn 7 to 10 day forecast. Upper 40s Thursday, low 50s on Friday. Rain develops Friday night, some rain showers, a mix of rain and snow. Probably that mix not happening until afternoon, mainly rain during the day, and then just changing over to flurries by early on Sunday morning. It'll be kind of windy. Most of next week will be dry and seasonably cold, high temperatures low to mid 30s.
And still to come in sports, the Wisconsin men looking for their 6th straight win, but they'd have to do it on the road in East Lansing. We'll tell you if they could pull it off next on News 3 Now at 10.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings, going on now at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
Toyotathon is on. Time to make the holidays picture perfect with a new Toyota. We're going to need a bigger tree.
Get 3.99% APR plus $1,000 cash back on Tacoma when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
Pick and Save gives you so many ways to save, on top of our lower than low prices. Enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Plus, our weekly sales will keep your budget merry and bright. So get rewarded and save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
You've got this. Your big moment on their big day. The dress? Another one you'll never wear. Gift? Practical. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free overdraft protection transfers. So when you get invited to your 3rd destination wedding in as many months, we'll be there with you.
When we first met Todd, we thought Jen was kidding.
You've got this with Associated Bank.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Toyotathon is on. Make your holidays a little more magical with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Get $1,000 cash back on your favorite models when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells.
The newly ranked Badger men are winners of 5 straight, but they've done that plenty of times before. What they've never done is win 3 straight games at Michigan State at the Breslin Center. They had the chance to do that tonight. Greg Gard's guys leading by 3 with 12 minutes to go. And check out the 5th year and the freshman in the pick and roll, John Blackwell to Tyler Wall, who finishes the flush. And with 9 minutes to go, again, it's a 3-point Wisconsin lead. Badgers shopping for a 3. A.J. Storr heat check. Ring him up. The transfer finished with a team best 22 points. And then with 3 minutes left in the game, Badgers up 11, looking for the kill shot. How about Big Steve? Nothing but nylon. Crowell had 18, 6, and 5, and the Badgers win their 6th straight. 70-57 is the final. And the Bucks playing the Knicks in the in-season tournament quarterfinal. A win sends them to the Final Four in Vegas. Tied at 72, final seconds of the first half, otherwise known as Dame Time. Lillard scored the Bucks' final 13 points in the first half, and then midway through the third quarter, Milwaukee up 11. Chris Middleton lobs it up for Giannis, who jumps out the gym to finish the alley-oop. Bucks win at 146-122. They'll play the Pacers in the semifinal on Thursday in Sin City. If there's one guy who knows a thing or two about the border battle rivalry, it is Mark Johnson. For one, he's played in it, and then he spent the last few decades coaching in it. So he's seen it all. Tough losses, big wins, and overtime thrillers when it comes to this rivalry. But his favorite game he's been a part of in this series, last year's Frozen Four semifinal, where his Badgers skated past the Gophers in overtime.
If I had a perfect mirror, that would have been the national championship game. It would have been on, a television station that was around the country, because both teams were playing at a high level. Both teams had great chances. Their good players for both teams were playing well. Goaltenders were playing well, and it was going to come down to somebody making a play in overtime to end it, and we were able to do that.
And on this week's edition of the Wisconsin Huddle, our Zach Hanley sits down with 3-time national champion and Wisconsin women's hockey captain Britta Curl. It'll air this Friday at 6:30 right here on News 3 Now. After being named the Big Ten Player of the Week last week, of the year last week, Sarah Franklin racked up another honor today, named the Northeast Region Player of the Year. And it's been one heck of a season for the outside hitter. Remember, this summer, she didn't even know if she'd ever play volleyball again. A rare blood disorder put her career in jeopardy. She got the all clear right before the season, and it's been quite the journey back to the top for Franklin.
See that hard work kind of pay off is just... it's really rewarding, and it is kind of emotional just because I did have that scare. But I think it's just awesome, and I have been able to take a couple moments to be like, wow, like I've worked back to be in this spot.
And we'll be right back.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
It's a robotic money expert.
Clever. How do I start a savings habit?
Famous cabbage.
Savings habit.
Shaving rabbits.
Tech can make life simpler, but when it comes to savings habits, nothing's as simple as BMO. A BMO savings account helps you build the habit with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward? Ingenious.
Sardine Fest.
This year's top prize goes to BMO.
I'm just in it for the saving, but it's nice to be recognized.
BMO.
Save big money with huge savings at Menards. Keep your devices powered with high-energy Rayovac batteries. They deliver consistent performance and have lasting power. A 24-pack of AA and AAA batteries are only $9.99. Clean up your space with help from Rubbermaid. This 32-gallon trash can features innovative venting channels, making it easier to lift out liners. Get yours now with a lid for $34.99. Plus, a Menards gift card is always a great gift idea.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CRV. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Travel, there is nothing like it.
Dancing is my passion.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it hasn't always been easy.
I was constantly itching.
Whatever I was doing.
Now I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema, so adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief.
Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We do the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
Join me in the 608 weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
Tonight on The Late Show, my guest is Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, which I think earns me 500 frequent flyer miles.
Tonight on CBS.
Gary's back. One final check of the forecast.
Yeah, nothing going on out there right now. Probably see some breaks in the clouds later on tonight, so that'll drop temperatures a bit. But right now, the cloud cover keeping our temperatures up, but not producing any precipitation other than some flurries up near Lake Superior, maybe Door County getting a couple. But look for mostly cloudy skies tonight. Temperatures dropping to about 25 by morning. Right now we're in the middle 30s. Look for high tomorrow of 38 degrees. Could see a slight chance for a rain or snow shower mainly north of Madison during the afternoon, but near 50 on Thursday and low 50s on Friday before rain and snow showers Saturday. Change to light snow Saturday night. But that's seasonably cold for most of next week.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good. We'll see you back here tomorrow.